Thank you, mate. That's lovely. Bit of love. Love in the room tonight, yeah? Well, if you can't get your skeleton out of the closet, you'd best teach it to dance. This quote by playwright George Bernard Shaw really intrigues me because I've always loved to dance. And more recently, my wife and I have learnt this social dance called West Coast Swing. Now, West Coast Swing is really cool. There's only a few basic sets of moves, but lots of room for improvisation. And with a partner dance, that means the chance to copy or mirror the moves of my partner. And when my partner's mirroring me, I'm mirroring them. We all just learnt that. That fires up these mirror neurons, which feel really good. Almost as good, well, as good, and add to that the actual feel-good of dopamine that you get from the music and serotonin from the touch. And what happens is you've got a neurohormone party going on. Woo! And it makes you feel really connected to your partner, almost like you're melding and meshing together, no matter how different you might be. So what's this got to do with skeletons in the closet? By skeletons in the closet, I mean anything that is a shameful secret. Something, if it was to come out, you would die, right? Or your world would end, or worse, your friends would find out and reject you. It could be attached to a person, perhaps a family member, something someone's done to you, or something you've done to someone else that you're utterly ashamed of. Growing up with a very mentally ill mother, I remember in my teenage years becoming increasingly fearful that others would see her in one of her random visits in a psychotic state. I began to keep my home life hidden and friends at arm's length, and in a way I became a prisoner to that shame. You know, but rather than keep our skeletons caged in the closet, I've learned a few tricks from West Coast Swing that I think can help us to set them and ourselves free. Number one, ask, would you like to dance? This represents revisiting the personal situation and just accepting that this did happen in my life. An open hand, a gentle touch can coax our skeleton out of the cold, dark closet onto the filtered light of the dance floor. And as a filmmaker, I know a little bit about how light can transform a subject. It can bring clarity. It can bring colour. And in this instance, it can bring kindness. This is a profound act of kindness for your memory and yourself. You know, when I just shared that anecdote from my story, in the light of this amazing platform, in the light of your beautiful faces, everyone leaning into me, I can tell you that the shame in my body, in my 16-year-old self, was greatly lifted because shame thrives in secrets and silence. Number two, connection is key. In West Coast Swing, there are 2 points of connection, hand to hand and hand to back. And that allows me to give my follower all the information they need for us to have a really good flow throughout the dance, whether moving away in extension or drawing near in compression. We can just have a fantastic equilibrium, which sets us up for the goal of West Coast Swing, and that is to have a great two-way dance. And by that I mean not simply led by me, but a creative exchange. And for that to happen, I need to adjust to the level of my partner. I need to listen to them. I need to create space for them to contribute to the conversation of the dance. I need to let go of control and be willing to give and receive. So, Mother, who I barely knew, now that you are gone, what can you teach me? Father, whose absence was a secret shame over so much of my life, what gift do you hold? And young Hugh, my boy who I'm learning to love, would you like this dance?